All right. So, who do we have next in the gambit of nominations? So I think next week are the big three, and by big three I mean you have RFK Jr. for Secretary of Health and Human Services.
Yep.
You have Tulsi Gabbard for the
Head of
director.
intelligence.
Yep, the DNI, the Director of National Intelligence, and we have Kash Patel for the FBI to be the director of the FBI. These people were so worried about
Two Democrats and a loose cannon.
People were so worried about, I think the Democrats expended a lot of their political capital obstruction-wise on Hegseth, where the real battles will be, I honestly think the toughest confirmation is going to be Tulsi Gabbard.
I don't. I think it's going to be Kash Patel. I think they really fear him in charge of domestic police force. They demonize him like you've never seen.
Oh, they've already started to, but I think
it's going to crescendo. There's going to be a peak.
Right, but I think as far from a standpoint of I don't think a single Democrat is going to vote for RFK or Kash Patel. It's the Republicans. Now the Republicans, because with Tulsi Gabbard, they're making the statement that she has no real experience in the intelligence community. So how can somebody who doesn't have any experience in intelligence oversee all of our different intelligence agencies like the CIA, the NSA?
If you want it changed, that's exactly what you do.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is that's their I don't know if we can vote for this person because that's like they're out.
But I think what I think is going to happen, I could be wrong. Both of them have been lifelong Democrats and JFK still is, right? Or RFK rather still is. Tulsi, I think, jumped parties, but it's almost like they should have some people on the other side who they have a history with who are going to vote for them because they were compatriots. I'm thinking, not a bunch, but a few of them should see this as bipartisanship, because it's literally he's trying to have a cabinet with a wider array of beliefs. That's what the Democrats preach. And right. So if that's our counter in some regard, hopefully that pulls some votes.
I mean, in a perfect world, I hope so, but I just don't see that. And yeah, they will fight tooth and nail against Kash Patel because they don't want the status quo being overturned.
They fear that he's going to prosecute everyone.
Well, but everyone's been pardoned, right? So you got nothing to. But
there's a lot of people that haven't been pardoned that are a step down.
Oh yeah, the low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
So
we'll see.
Yeah, I like Kash Patel. Like I think he has the experience. So it's not like he's just some schlub off the street that Trump said, "Hey, I'm going to make you head of the FBI." Trump wants people in these positions, not because it's not about loyalty in the sense like they're going to do like everything he says beck and call. He wants people in these positions that A, he can trust, B, that will implement his policy, which is what cabinet members are supposed to do. All of these positions, the president nominates people to all of these positions. And there seems to be like this, will you just blindly follow the president's orders? Like, well,
he's delegating.
These people serve at the discretion of the president. In other words, president can appoint these people. If they're confirmed by the Senate, he can turn around and fire them the next day. They serve at the president's whim, or as they say, at the pleasure of the president. They are put in place in order to implement the policies of the chief executive.
I think one of the things that's happened, Tony, over the years is too many of these positions fall under advise and consent. It seems to me like just the cabinet heads should be under advise and consent, and the deputies underneath shouldn't be. They should be appointed. It's just to me that's how it should work.
The bottom line is the president, whomever the president is, even Biden, some of Biden's cabinet train wrecks. Now, if somebody is grossly incompetent or has, is not like, there are some people who just aren't qualified for certain positions in that sense. But the president generally has the right, I think, to place those, the people that he wants in his cabinet should be approved. Whether it's a Democrat or a Republican, I think the president deserves to have the people in place that he wants, or she, to implement the policies that the voters, quite frankly, the voters voted for President Trump, which means they voted for his agenda, whether you agree with it or not. The majority of Americans, that includes the popular vote, not just the Electoral College, have said, we don't want, or didn't want, 4 more years of what we just went through. They said, and Trump,
the appointment would have to be grossly inappropriate.
Yes.
For you to say no. And you still have impeachment as a lever if you needed to impeach somebody who was appointed, right?
True.
Or is that only
Well, the president, like I said, the president can fire any cabinet member at any time.
But if the Congress felt that somebody was being really bad, they could do that.
Yeah, if they have the political fortitude, because